Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today is the day. Today we're going to be pouring concrete by me. I mean these guys over here. So they're currently prepping right now, seeing what's going on. This is all prepped up. I guess there's going to be mesh coming in here eventually. We'll find out for certain when it happens. As you can see, there's blue tape, masking tape on the drain grate that's been put in. You've got most of the mesh put in, and they've covered up the shed and the house. And if you look around here, the existing concrete is also getting covered up. What I quickly did last night actually, because I figured it might be useful. If you look over here, I just put a little conduit in, just in case in the future there's any electrical issues. There's always a route back via the garden bed to the house, so I can always get the electricity going again. For this area here, that's right next to the house, I did ask about this and I was told it was all right, but I'm seeing that the mesh is right next to the pipe. I asked about it, they said it should be okay. It shouldn't get damaged. But generally, this is the taping over here. And we're just waiting right now for the concrete truck to arrive. But before doing that, main man over there is going to be cutting the actual, this bit of cracks in the existing concrete. So he's going to be doing some little cuts over there. So I'm here right now with Caden from OSM. Now, do you want to talk me through with the job? I see you've done a beautiful prep work right now.
Yeah, so now the concrete truck's on its way. It's about 10 minutes away, but so we're going to start pouring in that corner there, work our way round. We'll have 3 of us on the barrows, 3 placing the concrete, and then there's us running the barrows in, and then later we'll be finishing the concrete and then hopefully brooming it.
Now, what's the deal? I see lots of, was it mesh on the ground here, but this section's empty. So is it going to get filled up as well?
Yeah, so this is going to get filled up with mesh. We've left this out because the concrete truck might need to back up there, or and that way we can run the barrows through there, but that'll be filled up with mesh.
Okay, got it. So you're going to have 2 trucks. The first truck, you're going to do the inside area.
Yeah.
And then the second truck.
Yeah, so the first truck should get us to about here. Yeah. And then we'll start working our way in there and then come out to the driveway last.
Now, what's harder, the prep work or the concrete pour?
Well, I mean, I find prep work harder.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're actually placing the concrete, screeding, raking, it's pretty hard. But once the concrete's in, it starts to get easier. That way you're finishing. But I like placing concrete.
Awesome tools around. What tools are you going to be using for the finishing?
So this is a bull float. So once we're finished screeding the concrete, we'll run the bull float through so that the concrete's nice and flat. And then we'll use this Fresno. That sort of makes the concrete smooth on the top and takes any imperfections out. And then later we'll either use the Fresno or the stick trowel. The stick trowel does the same thing, except it moves differently. It moves that way. That goes forward and back. And then we've got...
This is a toolkit, man.
Yeah, we've got trowels and the buckets and mags. So we'll get on the boards around the corners and that, just so it's nice and smooth around the edges. And then to finish it off, we'll use that broom down there and broom finish it. So.
And you're going to be floating on the concrete because I guess how you can access, do you work yourself backwards? Or?
Yeah, so you work backwards. So we'll get the concrete probably to about back here. We'll bull float that and stick it or Fresno it. And then we'll work ourselves back this way. Probably do the same down here and then so on.
Okay, it's going to be fun to watch. And it's going to take how many hours to set? About a couple of hours, something like that?
Well, it should have, maybe 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours.
Maybe 4 hours.
4 hours. All right, I'm psyched. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Best of luck. Hope you do a good job.
Yeah.
Especially because I have to live in there.
Yeah, exactly. So
all right.
Do our best.
Thanks. That was Caden from OSM. Look at that. Concrete's been poured. It's looking nice. Mammoth effort happening over here. What I am excited about is this part here, the driveway. I want to see how they're going to make that drop curb look. Because, I don't know, is it going to be manual eye work or what is it?
It's bad for you. This is what your mom says not to do. Don't do this at home. Concrete burns. Come up a little bit more because there's an ag pipe down there. So yeah.
Best thing about this guy is I swear I saw him eat a bagel with those concreted hands.
Yeah, it makes it taste better. You have to let you harden up.
So far, actually, it's been pretty rapid. So the concreter came at 9 a.m. The concrete truck, sorry, came at 9 a.m. and now it's midday, and literally everything is pretty much done, which is in the final touches for the driveway. And I have to say, it looks nice. I like the curves going outwards. That's very nice. It has to go through council reg to get that. And we're going to have a nice smooth drive just to go up and park the car. Now, my only regret though is the middle section. Obviously, it looks like a bit of a sore thumb right now, but I think when we clean it up and when we paint it, it might look better. But right now, I'm like, just cover it.
And the driveway, what are you thinking about the driveway? Because you've always hit the curb previously.
Oh my God, all the time. Well, I'm excited to see. At the moment, actually, I don't have a low car, but previously, with our lower car, it always used to, like, they call it bottoming out. It always used to bottom out the bottom of the car. But now it looks like it's going to just float. I'm interested to see what's going to happen at that ridge over there, because it almost looks a bit like a ridge like this, but because it is smooth, I reckon it'll be okay. Fingers crossed. What the craziest thing is it looks really murky and like bubbly when they actually put it on the floor like that. But then as soon as they smooth it, it's as if it was never murky at all, which is unreal to see.
It'll look good though.
Alan's our dearest neighbour from next door. He's been watching the whole project. What do you think? How do you think they're getting on?
Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah, they obviously know what they're doing.
Yeah.
These guys, yeah. They've made a beautiful job. Yeah.
Could you have done just as good of a job? Because you used to be lots of construction and...
Yeah, but I was the boss. I didn't.
You were the boss.
I didn't bloody well work.
Dirty.
I used to tell them, you do that and you do that.
Nice delegation. I like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the part that you want to be able to just go vroom and drive straight up.
Yeah.
Like mine. You know, you don't want to be stopping and farting around.
That's true. You need to be a smooth gradient.
Yeah.
Like it.
Alright, so now they're working on the edge. Look how smooth it is so far. And according to council regulations, it has to be flush. Back in the day, you used to be able to have a big bull nose and a little bit of leeway, but now it needs to be 100% flush. So they're using the little guy and they're gonna work their magic. So I saw you working the concrete for the driveway.
Yeah.
How do you know the angle and the gradient and what you're doing? Because you look like you were eyeballing it.
Yeah, it's just a guess, you know. You watch a few YouTube videos, and at the end of the day, like you pick it up pretty quick, you know.
But like, you got a boss over there, right?
Yeah.
Does he tell you off?
He's
It's
watched
bad?
way more YouTube videos than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So purely it's like a YouTube
Yeah,
gig.
purely luck, you
I should
know.
have done it myself, man.
I know.
Damn it.
Well, oh, we're not supposed to say that. We're supposed to say it after we leave, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's it's just flattening it. Every time you go over it, you flatten it again. You flatten it so you come one way, and if you imagine you've got like a straight board coming this way, and then when you come that way, like it just keeps flattening it and flattening it. Every time you go over it, it gets flatter and flatter.
And aren't the council a bit nitpicky, making sure it's like half a meter here and there?
Yeah, well, that's mainly, as Corey said before, like when you put a footpath in, like say they decide to put footpaths here in the future, they want to have it flat. So it's like if everybody just did what they wanted with driveways.
So it's just mainly the gradient that's that, and you work off
Yeah.
the posts, is that it?
So it's just the distance out from your boundary line.
Yeah.
So like, you know, the people down here, you can see this driveway down here, it's flat the same way as this would be.
All
So
right.
it's just to make it, because this is all council.
Got it.
So it's just if they in the future decide to put a sidewalk in, or just standards, you know.
Got it. All right, man. Good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, so it's been 3 weeks since our concrete pour and we gave it one extra week just for good measure, but now it's time to see whether the concrete can handle the beast. Let's take it away.
Feel sad that we sold our Mustang. That's the one that used to always hit the curb, but it worked. And it's still stationary, right?
Yep, didn't move.
Yay! I'm gonna keep that just for fun. It's cool. Just drive over it. But I think maybe we'll give it a couple more days and then I'll just have to park it around, see if it's solid.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that was our adventure, having our driveway and a bit of concreting done. Hope you guys found this video useful and enjoy.
The show. Bravo, bravo.
By the way, I also, did this wall, filled it out myself, and installed this intercom as well. There you go. Team Pat, she also helped. She also did a lot of the work.
Be sure to hit the subscribe button because we've got those videos dropping very soon.